Hello Taurus, I'm Indigo Warrior and this is your August 2017 Angel Horoscope. Now all of these cards have been pre-shuffled and as they'll be appearing to you, they'll be appearing to me as well. I get the sense that might have to take things at your own pace this month. I'm getting that sort of vibe from your cards. And there may be a few surprises in store as well. So let's have a look, see what your month is like, Taurus. Okay, so you got the Ten of Ariel. For there's so much to be grateful for: financial success and the promise of retirement, a rich and rewarding family life. So, Taurus, I get the impression that you may have started something new that has really got the ball rolling, so to speak, and you're going to reap the rewards of this financially and maybe in career ways as well. I feel like a lot of you are going to spend time with some family members, maybe some family members that are younger than you. Or some of you might have become pregnant recently. But yeah, I feel like family is going to be very, very rewarding for you, and you're going to be you're going to be very happy. There's going to be a lot of laughter, and there's going to be a lot of opportunities for you regarding family this month, I feel, Taurus. Let's move on to learn something new. So if some of you, because obviously I felt like the slow pace sort of movement, so some of you, I feel like obviously maybe you have been thinking about starting, like a course or a new job or a new hobby perhaps, and getting this feeling. So perhaps obviously because it's right directly next to the Ten of Ariel, perhaps the thing that you may want to do may obviously involve your family members. So perhaps, like, for instance, there is this new hobby or this new course that you really have been wanting to do, but you haven't felt the motivation to do it yourself. Perhaps there is a member of your family that wants to get involved too, or you will speak to them and they'll instantly go, that sounds like a brilliant idea, and then you'll have your family or your friends, it could be your friends, that want to get involved. Okay, let's move on for the moment. Okay, so yellow for flexibility, adaptability and personal power. So I feel some of you perhaps are struggling a little bit. Maybe a lot of things have been happening for you in your life at the moment. And I feel like the angels are trying to tell you guys here is that, it's okay to be flexible. As I said, I felt like obviously there's a slow moving sort of month, but I feel like that perhaps that this is yourself. So perhaps that, for instance, there's so much to offer you this month. The angels have got so much to offer you this month, but perhaps you're taking it at a very, very slow sort of pace, and things around you are going so quickly and you don't really know how to act. But what I feel like the angels are saying here is that, look within. You're stronger than you realise. And you can conquer anything, Taurus. And I feel like the angels are saying, remember how strong you actually are. Okay, I'll move on for now. For the goddess, express your divine feminine energy, embracing its magical intuition and nurturing qualities. So perhaps there's been a few things going on in your life at the moment that you're a bit unsure of, like things have seemed a bit sort of uneasy. There's perhaps some things that don't quite make sense. And I feel like what the angels are telling you guys here with obviously the goddess card is that, you know that little voice inside your head sometimes that, if you don't feel something doesn't feel quite right, that you should, a lot of people believe that you should listen to that voice. I'm a firm believer that you should listen to that voice. And it goes with anything. So perhaps, like, for instance, obviously you had to learn something new. So perhaps there's an opportunity that's going to come up. You might be a little bit like, this feels like a really good idea, but there could be something wrong with it. Maybe what I feel like the angels are trying to tell you guys here is, listen to what your inner voice is saying. Perhaps, sometimes we can mistake intuition for fear. And I get this sometimes with you guys, that perhaps, you know, you might have missed out on some really good opportunities because of that fear factor energy that has come to you, and you've mistaken it for your intuition. I feel like the angels are sort of going, sort of know yourself better, sort of go within and sort of know yourself better, and you probably will be able to change, you know, certain perspectives. Things in your life will start changing, will sort of be, it'll be positive changes, and it will be things that you, Taurus, is very, very, very much in need of, and what you're, you know, what you should receive. You know, I feel like there's a lot of opportunities awaiting for you. So I feel like the angels are saying that, there's listen to that intuitive voice, and you will probably notice that your life turns around a whole lot more. Okay, for romance, so okay, obviously with romance, obviously I felt like obviously there was a lot of family sort of stuff here, so perhaps some of you have been with your family more than your partner, and your partner's getting a little bit agitated with you and sort of like, well, why are you always there? Can't I spend some time with you? What I feel like the angels are saying, if this applies to you, is that, you know, pay attention. You know, do you need to be around your family all the time? Because I feel like that there may be some neglection going on with you and obviously your partner. So, you know, if that is the case, if you're in a relationship, I feel like there's something you might need to work on there. If obviously you're single, I feel like the angels are sort of bringing this card forward to go, hey, you know, there's some exciting new prospects for you coming up. And especially in the beginning of the month, there may be someone new, someone from the past perhaps. I'm getting this feeling someone from the past may come up and sort of go, hey, I've liked you for a while, and, you know, I think that the angels are sort of going, well, think about it. You know, if you like this person, get with them. If you don't, then don't worry, you know. And that's what I kind of feel. I kind of feel like that's what the angels are trying to tell you guys with romance. Okay. Okay, so now Haniel has come forward with hope. Now, I feel like what Haniel's trying to tell you here, because obviously we've got the white dove here, you know, and obviously it's right next to the romance card. So what I kind of feel like, some of you may have been, you know, sort of, you know, looking for love, and you haven't found love, or you have found love, but you've kind of found it in the wrong places. But I'm kind of feeling like what Haniel's trying to get across here is, do not lose faith. You know, there are many people in this world that, you know, sort of, if they can't have the romantic love or the partner that they want necessarily, then, you know, people sort of lose hope in love. And I feel like what the angel's saying here is, you know, in order to be able to love other people, sort of be able to love yourself, sort of look after yourself, you know. Or obviously if there's somebody else that's you're interested in, you might be speaking to them for quite a while, can't like them, and you really want to get to know them. I feel like what the angels are sort of saying here is, don't lose faith. There may be an opportunity this month, especially at the beginning of the month, and there may be an opportunity with this person, so perhaps you may be able to take things up to the next level, perhaps. Okay, let's move on to, wow, okay, so Major Arcana for, obviously, Leap of Faith. Now, obviously, this is supposed to be the Fool in the Major Arcana, but I normally just go with whatever the card wants to sort of give, what the angels want to give me through the card. So obviously this is the Archangel Metatron's domain, and obviously he's here sort of telling you to believe in yourself and listen to your heart. Do what gives you joy. So if obviously there's been a few conflicts I felt earlier, perhaps with like the romance that I felt, you know, what I kind of feel like Metatron is here to sort of say to you guys is that, you know, if something doesn't seem fun, if something doesn't seem like, you know, great, and it's sort of draining your energy, and it's sort of, you know, making you feel worse every time you sort of have to do something, then what I feel like he's sending you here is that, you know, take a step back and sort of think about it and sort of go, well, what is it that's actually, you know, what is it that I really want? What is it that I want to sort of happen? You know, how do I feel about this person? Can I sacrifice, you know, this over this, or can I do this over this, or something like that? I kind of feel like Metatron's here to sort of go, you know, listen to your intuition and sort of go, well, you know, or pray, or, you know, ask for some guidance, because I feel like there's definitely some guidance here for you guys this month. Okay, Okay, so then the next card we have is look through the situation. So, which is what I've kind of just said, you know, in a way, but I kind of feel like this is more of sort of a more sort of a meaning, you know, behind this, you know, and obviously it's obviously learn, especially obviously learn something new. So obviously if this is the romance, for instance, because I'm kind of feeling the kind of getting this energy now that there's definitely someone in your life that you sort of you like, or you know, you're looking for love, or something like that. Perhaps, you know, if someone hasn't, you know, done something perhaps that you would want them to do, or, you know, or has acted in the way that you thought they would react, then don't take this necessarily as negative, because I'm kind of getting this energy of that, you know, perhaps if you look at like previous messages that you've had with this person, or, you know, you've sort of take a step back and sort of go, you know, and look through the whole of the situation. I feel like this will give you more clarity, and this is what the angels are sort of telling me to sort of say, is that, you know, that it's going to give you more clarity if you don't just go storming ahead, and that you sort of take yourself back and you sort of think about it. Get this sense. Okay, so orange. So when this card comes up, I feel like, you know, I always feel like fire energy. So this person that I was talking about could be a fire sign, or they could have fire like a cusp of fire with something else, or they could have predominantly fire in their charts, or this is how they could make you feel as well. So like this other person could like stem up this like sexual attraction, communication. I'm kind of feeling as well with this card today. It's sort of communication, you know. But obviously, if it's not to do with a romantic sort of thing, then I always think that orange also is obviously it's a creativity card. So I feel like when this card comes out, the angels are sort of telling you guys that, you know, it's time to sort of be more creative. So perhaps, you know, like for instance, you've been struggling with career or with a new hobby. So that's what I felt like a new hobby here earlier. So what I feel like they're trying to tell you guys here is, you know, be creative, sort of think outside of the box a little bit, you know, think about, you know, how can you make this more sort of, you know, pretty, or more sort of cool, or something like that. I feel like the angels are sort of going, you know, think outside the box, and this will, in all aspects, perhaps in all areas of your life, because then I feel like this will sort of, you know, give you some sort of clarity on certain things, and sort of it will help you be able to move forward. Okay. Okay, we have the mediumship card. So this card has actually come up quite a lot in other readings this month. But for you guys, mediumship, obviously, I feel like some of you could be mediums. Some of you may not realise that you are mediums. So there might be some like medium, like sort of spirit communication going on and stuff like that. So if you are a medium, I always feel like this could be a month that there's an awful lot of activity going on for you. So be prepared for this. But obviously, I also feel like as well with maybe Taurus, there was family here. So perhaps someone recently passed on, or someone recently passed away, or passed away quite a while ago. But I feel like that if that is the case for you, then perhaps the person that has passed away is going to be around you in spirit. So they're going to be like trying to guide you as well. So there could be sort of like, you know, weird sort of noises that you may hear, and like there could be messages that, you know, just appear out of nowhere. And I feel like this could be like your past loved one that has wanted to sort of share with you some messages with you. Get this sense. Okay, let's move on to, yeah, if you believe. Okay, so this could mean a couple of things, because obviously it's right directly underneath the romance card, and it's you know, right next to the mediumship card. So obviously if it's connected to the romance, could be the fact of, if for instance you're not happy, or you don't feel like, you know, that you're going to have much of a successful relationship with anybody, or, you know, you feel like this sort of, you know, this sort of despair sort of feelings, that I feel like what the angels are saying, that you can do pretty much anything. If you believe it possible, then it will be possible. And I kind of feel that this is the strong message here, and that they're trying to sort of get through to you that obviously, you know, not self-fulfilling prophecies, perhaps, you know, sort of go, no, you know, things have been a bit negative, But now I feel like, you know, things are going to sort of move forward. And if you generally do believe, you know, in love or in this person or whatever, you know, if you believe the situation is going to work out, then definitely the situation is definitely going to work out. Perhaps not in the way that you would necessarily expect. I kind of feel like I better add that. Okay, with obviously the mediumship, obviously some of you might be struggling, you know, some of you might be new to the whole mediumship sort of ability system. So obviously if you have abilities that obviously would class you as a medium, you know, you may be a bit of a skeptic. I kind of feel like this energy is coming through, that you could be very skeptical and you sort of go, well, that's not logical and things like that. But what I feel like the angels are sort of going is believe in yourself. You know, if you feel like this is happening, then sort of investigate it. You know, if you are skeptical, then investigate it. See the proof that you need for your own eyes, and I'm sure the angels will give you that proof. Okay. So yeah, we got Raziel for retreat next. Okay, what I feel like Raziel's trying to tell you here is that obviously, I feel like there's going to be a lot of things going on, and you know, it could be romantic, you know, family life and creativity, career, money issues, or money sorted out miraculously, you know, miracles happening everywhere, sort of many blessings, you know. But I feel like this may be a little bit too much for you guys. So perhaps, you know, what I feel like Raziel is trying to tell you guys here is, you know, if you feel like you need some time alone, take that time alone. You know, you don't have to always be there for other people. Take some time for yourself and sort of go, no, I can't deal with this right now. There's so much I need to process. There's so much I need to do. But I kind of feel like that you guys need to sort of go, let's take a step back. You know, take some time for you. You know, I feel this very, very strongly. Let's move on. Okay, wow, we got number 15 for Major Arcana of Decision. So Archangel Joseph has come forth. And obviously, this is release yourself from which holds you back. There may be a need to detox and unnecessary worry based on lack of confidence. So this is kind of what I was going on about earlier. You know, I feel like that with you Taurus this month is that there could be some few things that you might not be sort of ready to do, but I feel like obviously because these two are major arcana, so you're going to have sort of a slow beginning of the month, but then I feel like it's going to really, really speed up. And you guys might not be prepared for this type of energy, and that's okay. But I feel like what the angels are telling you guys here is that there are going to be a lot of things that you're going to have to decide upon this month, and that you're going to sort of have to sort of understand within yourself. So I kind of feel like this is what they were telling you guys earlier, is learn something new and look through the situation. So I kind of feel like this is the message here is, you know, look at everything, you know. Investigate the smallest things, because then I feel like, you know, the big changes that are really here for you this month, Taurus, is definitely going to sort of step in, and the angels are going to sort of, you know, the angels are going to be there for you. You know, they will be there for you. So, you know, you won't have to face this alone. Okay, so next card is we have patience. So what I kind of feel like actually is, because obviously I feel like the whole month has just really sped up. But I kind of feel like you'll be expecting more of a speed, perhaps, more of a sort of a faster pace than what actually it will be. Obviously, I feel like that obviously it's going to go tremendously quick this month for you. In the month of August, I feel like it's going to go very, very quick for you, and there's going to be a lot of things going on. But I feel like you guys may be a bit like, oh, is that how quick you meant, sort of thing. I feel like you guys will not realise how quickly everything is going on, and you will sort of be in a different reality perhaps to what other people, you know, around you are sort of reacting, and that's okay. I kind of feel like what obviously the angels are telling you here, if this is your issue as such, is that, you know, just take a step back, you know, calm yourself, maybe center yourself, sort of look within, you know, the answers are going to be given to you, you know, and stuff like that. So I feel like, you know, just take a step back, you know, and things like that. I also get the sense that perhaps the romantic relationship, whatever, won't happen in the way necessarily that you had thought it would. And I feel like what the angels are saying here is just be patient, you know, be patient, because if this romance is going to work, or this romance is supposed to happen, then just be patient and it will. That's the message I get here. Also feel like as well, if perhaps you can't, you know, be creative, or money or career, or you might be in a creative career, as I've seem to have said that in the same sentence, you know, then be patient, because you might have like obviously a really rubbish day or really rubbish days this month at work, but there may be an opportunity awaiting for you. I feel like this is what the angels are saying. There could be an opportunity awaiting for you. So just be patient, ride out the storm, so to speak, and you never know what the doors may open, what the the doors that will open for you. Okay. Next card is we have the High Council. So this is for evolution, information, and potential. So there, obviously, I feel like obviously there's going to be a lot of communication for you. Some of you are going to be very, very spiritual, and you know there's going to be an awful lot of sort of inner communication and sort of communication that's going on around you. So I kind of just thought as well, so this could have been given to me as a sort of an intuitive thing or a telepathic thing of maybe a Gemini may help you out this month. I don't know really how I'm getting this, but I feel like maybe a Gemini can help you guys out like a lot this month. So especially as there's a lot of communication coming through, so perhaps obviously, because obviously Geminis are ruled by Mercury, so you know they're naturally able to communicate and quite quickly on a lot of things. So Taurus, I feel like a Gemini could help you out, or if they have Gemini in their placement or something like that. I feel like some of you are going to be very attuned to what the universe is doing this month, and they'll see there's going to be a lot of changes this month in the planetary shift. So have a look, see how this will affect you with your own chart, you know, and stuff like that, because I feel like there's going to be a lot of planetary shifts and then you're going to be affected quite a lot. But I feel like what the angels are trying to tell you here is obviously there's a lot of wise souls and a lot of, you know, intelligence around you that can help you, can guide you and stuff like that. So there's a lot of things around you that will be able to sort of show you the way ahead. Next card is listen to intuitive feelings. So of course, you know, I've had this card quite a lot in various other readings, but with you Taurus, I feel like this is the same sort of message I've said to similar people, is that, well, not similar, other people, is that you know, maybe listen to yourself, sort of this, go within, you know, I felt like retreat earlier sort of meant go within, you know, sort of take yourself away if you've had too much, you know, sort of feel like what is right, you know, sort of go, you know. Also, I felt like earlier as well that obviously he may have been mistaken intuitive feelings for fear. So I feel like what the angels are saying here is, you know, listen, you know, because you can perfectly distinguish between fear and what is actually intuitive. So I feel like the angels are saying take some time, sort of know yourself a bit better perhaps, and sort of go, right, this is sort of going on, you know, this is what I feel, this is the situation, stuff like that. I kind of get this impression. So maybe, you know, just listen to your intuitive feelings. Oh, there you go. Straight away, listen to your intuition. So this is very, very strong. You know, there's some stuff that, you know, you do know deep within, you know, but you have been ignoring. So, you know, listen to your intuition. And you should be able to definitely work out some bits and pieces. Like, for instance, if you've had this problem with love, you know, listen to what your inner self, your higher self has to say. You know, listen to what your guides, listen to what your spiritual team, listen to what the angels have to say. You know, there's always signs, there's always, you know, messages everywhere for you if you're ready enough to hear. If you're not ready, if you can hear them, you know, and stuff like that. And everyone has the, you know, potential to hear these messages. It's just whether or not you yourself are ready to, you know, open yourself up to the loving guidance that is always available. Okay, so then empathy. So yeah, some of you may obviously be empaths, you know, so some of you may be like helping someone, I feel, helping someone that's like unwell, or this could be in any sense. It doesn't necessarily have to be physical, it could be mental, it could be spiritual, you know, or emotional as well. So, you know, I feel like some of you are definitely empaths here, and, you know, and I feel like when the angels are sort of saying here is that, you know, be careful if you are an empath not to take too much negativity. Sort of take yourself away if you are sort of, you know, taking too much. This is why I feel like, as it was right under retreat as well, I feel like Raphael and Raziel sort of here, Raphael will give you some healing if this is the case. For some of you, perhaps some of you may need to work on your emotions. Perhaps some of you may not be communicating your emotions freely. And I feel like what Raphael's telling you here is that obviously, you know, everyone has the ability for empathy. You know, everyone has the ability for any psychic ability or anything like that. But I feel like what Raphael's telling you here is that a lot of Taurus that's maybe be watching this video this month may actually be empaths or have a lot of empathetic abilities. So I feel like Raphael here is going to be able to help you guys sort of work this one out. And it may be more of the end of the month, as obviously my readings work beginning, middle and end. Sometimes they don't work this way because obviously the angels want to give a new different message, but I kind of feel like this reading is beginning, middle and end. So I feel like by the end of the month, you know, you can work out your sort of feelings, your emotions, and how people around you make you feel and stuff like that. Let's have a look to see if I've missed out anything for you, Taurus. Okay, I go back to the first sort of section of obviously the like financial success and the promise of retirement. So obviously some of you may obviously be, you know, enjoying your retirement. You know, I feel like what they're saying here, if this is the case for you guys, is that you know, and you might be feeling a bit like stagnated. There might not be much you feel you can do, but I feel like what the angels are saying is that don't despair because, you know, look around you and there'll be many opportunities for you. You know, maybe pick up gardening, perhaps. I get this sense. Pick up gardening. Oh, sorry, excuse me. Pick up gardening and, you know, and you'll be able to sort of maybe plan new sort of things. Obviously, some of you bunnies may need to believe in yourself a little bit more, you know, listen to your intuition, listen to what your heart is saying, you know. Maybe your heart chakra is maybe a little bit blocked, maybe because of pain or something of emotional sort of thing. So perhaps the angels are sort of saying to you guys, listen to what your body, listen to what your intuition, and listen to what sort of is going on around you, you know, and you'll be able to get the answers. I think that's your reading, Taurus. I apologise for sneezing. I know I won't be for everybody, so, you know, that's okay. If you didn't get a message, then don't despair because I just get what I get. The angels want to give these specific messages to the world, so I give these messages to the Pacific sign. I do see the horoscopes, but I also include cusps as well. Do them a month earlier, so you know, if obviously you did like what I did, then obviously subscribe, like, you know, share someone else's horoscope to somebody else, perhaps if they're not a Taurus, or you know, and stuff like that, or if they're a cusp sign, you know, get other people involved, see what they have to think. I'm not going to be for everybody, I understand that though. But yeah, I think, you know, I'm very new to this whole YouTube reading, so you know, I'm probably going to be very, very different from other readers that are on YouTube, and that's okay, you know. I just do things my own sort of way. I let the angels sort of guide how they want the readings to be done, and then obviously you get the messages. But yeah, anyway, I'm Indigo Warrior, and I hope to see you again next month, Taurus, for your next horoscope. Now obviously this was your August 2017 angel horoscope, and I hope to see you next month. Goodbye for now. Bye bye, Taurus. Bye.